To the live stream. Let me talk about watch today, man. I am going to be doing some reviews over some watches in my personal collection. Can't wait for it too. I mean, I got a couple of them sitting right here and everything. So, y'all know any watch channel does this. Sometimes we forget. Sometimes I'll be so excited I just go straight into it. But I have to do my wrist check. Right now I am on a 6-mile hike and I am wearing that glycine Airman on this rich strap, which I'm gonna get another one of these straps, man. I like it, man. A tactical strap. It's really nice, super comfortable. This thing is locked in. I just love the utilitarian vibe it gives on this glycine. Gives this watch a whole nother look. But yep, that's what I'm wearing at the time. And of course I have my assistant with me. Say hi. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna be talking about some watches, man, and not just a review of watches. This is sort of a pre-show to my State of the Collection. I'm going to be doing that in about 3 weeks. I'll be doing the State of the Collection. I believe there's a show that will be coming up. I'll be doing a live straight from Trifecta Watches, and it's going to be he hasn't titled it yet, so I don't know what type of show. I don't know if it's going to be a trunk show, but you're going to get the benefit, because if you're in the market for a watch, you may get a great deal. Matter of fact, I know you're going to get a great deal. It's going to be on a Saturday, so I'll keep you guys updated on that. So who do we have in the chat? We got Scarlett Santana and my man Christopher's in the building. What's going on? Welcome in. We got 9 watches, so salute to all of the people that are watching. But I do want to jump right into the title. All right, we got a bunch of watches on the table right now that's under $500. Some of these watches I'm gonna show you today are not available anymore. They're not. For example, I'm gonna show you a piece from the old school. This is an Android right here. This is a beautiful piece. That mother of pearl is amazing. I actually got this watch. I didn't know anything about Android. Even though I had Aragon, I didn't know Aragon was once Android at one point. And there's a whole story behind that. But what I do know is I was forwarded the opportunity of experiencing an Android, and I have 5 now in which I think is a rite of passage as a collector. In today's episode, today's live stream, I want to be fair with each watch that I go over, because the one thing I don't want to do is, like, if we're going to do some comparison, but I want each watch to be viewed for what it is, right? And what I mean by that is, one of the things online that's talked about when we're talking Aragon, which I have a couple, Aragon is off top always considered to be like Invicta's little brother, or a watch that is polarizing like Invicta. And you know, when Android started, before they became Aragon, we're talking in 1991. Basically he was bringing like watches to enthusiasts. He was like, so technically speaking, I don't know if he's ever used the word enthusiast back in 91, but he had that vibe going, you know, and we're talking about Wing Liang. So we'll get into his watches here in a second, man, but I want to go over one of my favorite watches. Very simple piece. What's going on? Welcome in, welcome in. Good day, gents. I hate that Android Aragon is even in the same breath as Invicta. And that's yes, because they're 2 different companies. They're 2 different companies, man. And I don't think they should ever be compared to, you know, I will say, if you're going to do a comparison, if for those people that are like, hey, I was an Invicta fan, what do I do now? I would tell you, hey, try Aragon. If you still like larger watches, which I'm going to be pointing something out, I'm going to let you guys hear something. You'll hear from Wing on the video. I have my secondary device. We'll go over that. But yeah, man, I don't think you should, honestly, that's just my personal opinion. I don't think you should be comparing the 2, because, you know, their customer service has always been great. It's been way better than Invictus. And he's listened to the customer. You know, he's very responsive. Very responsive. Look out for those drop Bears. What up, Corey? We got Australia. Aussie's in the building. What's going on, brother? What's up, Aussie? One watch that I do want to cover real quick here, and I'm going to show you guys. I did not bring out my, I'm going to get this camera flipped around. Yes, I actually had a treat in here, and I'm going to set you right here. We're going to talk about these three watches. This one isn't available anymore. But one thing I do want to point out is the reason why this is the spinnaker hole. And as you can see, you have like this horizontal line or horizontal lines going on in this watch. Sapphire crystal. And it does have AR coating. Now, you know, when I first was put onto this watch, Spinnaker, it wasn't clear if they put the AR coating on top or it's underneath the crystal. I don't know. Not sure. But it hasn't peeled off yet, and I wear this watch a lot. And as you can see, it has plenty of scratches on this thing. High polish on the side, but this thing is a scratch magnet, man. But I do appreciate the one thing about this watch is the micro adjust. Hold on, let me get this focus. It does have plenty of micro adjust. There's nothing else fancy about this watch. You do have those push pins in there so you can size the watch yourself. Regular 3-link bracelet on it. Very comfortable watch. NH35. Date window at the 6 o'clock, which is like I thought was super weird because I'm so used to watches of this caliber having it at the 3 o'clock. Screw down crown, but it's not screwed down right now because I just said it. But you see the panorama vibe to this? That cushion style case? Yeah, so let's talk about it real quick as we get back down here. I just seen somebody come in the box. Let me see who's that. What's on your wrist real quick? Oh, okay. This is what I got on. Lightning Airman. The Chief. This is called the Chief. I always forget to say that. Let me screw down my crown real quick. I don't want no problems. And that's the beautiful thing about this. It is a screw down crown. Now, why do I point this watch out? This is called the Hole on the Spinnaker's website. And I had this in there because this is a Spinnaker as well. But it is, and this isn't available, but this is called the Bradner. And who just did this? Somebody just, My Dude Watch just showcased the beautiful green, like a dark green version of this watch. But I want to talk to the quality of these watches. You talk about inexpensive, and NH35s, I want to say they do use Miyota movements in these watches from time to time. But let's get a measurement. I'm gonna get a measurement on this one real quick. How much for the one you're wearing? The one I'm wearing, if you go to Glycine's website, and normally how Google, if you Google it every time, don't pick the first Glycine website, pick the second one. That one is the more affordable one, because the one like this watch in their dollars with CHF, well, like when this like transferred over to American dollars, this watch would be like $1,200. But I paid $700 for this watch. You have to you have to get those sales, man. You have to pay attention to like when they do go on sale. Yeah, you gotta catch it. That's what I did. All right, so I wanted to go through the thickness on this one. So this watch with this dome crystal is 15.6, so it's a thick boy. And the all-important lug to lug, because I know people want to know how it's gonna fit on the wrist, it's 47.4, which is dope for a watch that, let me see, how wide is this thing? It's 42 millimeter. Now here's beautiful. I'm gonna show you what it looks like. My wrist now is 7 inches. So that's what it looked like on the wrist. Shoot, I might be under 7 now, man. I lost a little bit more weight. I might be, yeah, because this thing used to fit. It's sliding all over the place. But that's what micro adjust is about. But here's the thing about this watch. I got a hairy arm, and it does not pull hairs whatsoever. And I do have some H-link bracelets that the way it's finished, And I think that was important. The way they finished this, it's like a satin brush to it. I'm talking about this thing is, it's a beautiful watch, and it has a little bit of sunburst to it. Has a little bit of sunburst, but I call this an everyday piece for me. Everyday piece, and I paid $159 for this watch. That is the Spinnaker hull, stainless steel. One thing that I would love for companies to start doing, like Traska and some other companies, I would love for them to start going to the hardness. Like, I don't know why companies aren't doing it. Like Traska's doing it, and guess what? Here's the deal. You know, we'll pay for it. We'll pay for it for this simple fact. Watches are going up anyway in price, and there's nothing new being added to the watch. So I'm like, if you're going up in price, can I get some Vickers added to the watch? At least 1,200 Vickers. I know companies like who is it, Dufresne watches, they will add, I think, like 800 Vickers. It's not 12, but it's better than not having it. And all that's going to do is keep those pesky scratches from happening so easy. Because I wear this watch so much, man. This was probably one of the best buys that I've purchased to watch, because I enjoy it. And not, you know, with the Spinnaker name right there, that didn't bother me whatsoever. And you know, like, you have automatic, and it tells you how many feet this watch goes. Water resistance. You know, you got the screw down crown. You got a signed crown on here too. This is a dope watch. I like it. Let me see what's in the chat. Hey man, hey, I told you, Buc-ee's, bro. Buc-ee's, man, I'm telling you, man, Buc-ee's is it for me, bro. Now going over to this Bradner, which is still a Spinnaker. This watch right here has a inner rotating bezel, right? Inner rotating bezel. I will never use that rotating bezel, but it's just a cool feature, and I love the fact that, so this is like a seafoam green, and that secondary, like, you got Islander on one, and then you got the Spinnaker logo right there, and you see how it's brushed on the side. Man, for the price, I can't remember, forgive me, I can't remember exactly how much I paid for this one. I know it was under 5. I think it was like 3 and some change, if I'm not mistaken. It's about 3 and some change. And again, they put that, this one has an NH35, date windows, color match that, and this one had a secondary brace that has a rubber strap. Now, I'll show you how this thing, dual deployment clasp on this thing. Man, beads of rice, I like beads of rice bracelet, man. It's so silky smooth. I worn this watch. Now, the perfection of this watch all relies on what you put together. For those that like to run, if you're a runner or a walk, dude, take your watch. If you, because I know Mark had did a second run to these, right? In a different style. I think he used the Miota movement for the second. This one has an NH35. On that second run, if you do a third run on these and use Swiss, I don't know if he'll ever use a Salida in this one, but if he happens to use this colorway, I would challenge you to go out to like Dick's Sporting Goods or like wherever they sell your fine shoes and try to find a pair of Saucony's, or is this Saucony or Saucony? I'll always call it Saucony. Some Nike. In some cases, Nike's overrated. Nike's is just Nikes. They don't fit. You want to get some running shoes, man. Like I do On Clouds, but I don't think On Cloud has this colorway. Try to find the colorways that match your watch. That's all I'm gonna say. Take this on vacation with you. I'm taking this on cruises with me. Caribbean Sun will do this thing so much justice. The Lumen's pretty good too. You have the AW500 today, gold for the win. Okay, I like that. I know, but everybody is buying gold right now. That's why gold, they want Trump watches. Everybody wants gold. I mean, specifically. Hold on, wait. And a gold band. It would be perfect with a gold bracelet on your mother's wrist. No disrespect. The color is awesome. I got real hungry. And we got some heavy hitters in there, man. Is Lee long gone? Lee, I mean, you know what, man? I don't know. I don't know what Lee doing, man. I think Lee is taking advantage of what's going on out here in the world, man. He's knocking people over the head for watches. Or maybe lowballing people for watches. He said, hey, man, look. I know it's hard times, man. Hard times, bro. I got a couple dollars for that watch, bro. I think that's what Lee out here doing. We get blissful ignorance in here. Wow, okay. So peep this out, y'all. Let me see. Now, one of the biggest components. Now, this episode was actually inspired by a question I had. And this is like somebody in my hometown was asking about affordable watches. Can you find affordable watches? And I'm like, yes, you can find affordable watches. And this is why I have my Aragon pieces. So I'm going to, after I show you this, I'm going to play something that, like, Wing has a new watch coming out. And I want to talk about that. Don't know what it looks like. It's a mystery box. But so check this out. This watch, this isn't a bracelet. It's like, what is this called? A 7-link bracelet? Heavy bracelet. If you are one that say, hey, I associate quality with the weight of a watch, I promise you, this is a 40mm timepiece. This watch has heft to it. But it is, I mean, this, you can actually go diving in this watch. 1,650 freaking feet, which none of us are doing that. I was watching this guy's channel and I think he just got his certification, and the deepest he went was like 123 feet, I believe he said. And that was it. 123 feet versus 16. That's submarine level. Submarine. And he mentioned that at 123 feet, it took him longer to come back up because you'll like bubble your brain, man. Like, you don't want to do that. But I can get in the water right now, and realistically, when I go out to the Bahamas or whatever the case is, when I go swimming, I take these watches with me, right? Screw down the crown, jump in the water, and enjoy. Now, the beautiful thing about it is the water do look different, man. Once you, even at 20 feet in the ocean, I'm like, okay, I'm at my limit, maybe 25, and I'm right back up. You know what I'm saying? I'm no diver, but I like swimming. I just enjoy it. But this piece right here will hit you for under $200, right? Like, I think this is another one that's like 159 bucks. And then if you want to add the bracelet, it's 40 bucks. Because the bracelet that came on it was rubber. And I highly recommend, especially in today's economy. That was the biggest, this is the takeaway. Now, how does this watch fit? Let's do the lug to lug, because I actually I measured this watch last week on here. But for those that are here now, if you want to know how this thing fits lug to lug, 46.3 millimeters. That's basically what it's going to look. How much real estate is it going to take up on your wrist? And you see how that fits on my wrist. I still got it on both sides. And the way that bracelet just hugs, that bracelet love, man. When I saw it, I said, oh yeah, I'm adding a bracelet. So the thickness on it is 15.2. Oh, let's measure the crown. I'm gonna choose. What was that? Skylar. Skylar will measure the crown too. So the crown is 8.7 millimeters thick, and we're gonna go. Actually, it's 40 millimeters. It's a 40 millimeter watch on the button. Beautiful watch, in my humble opinion. And then look at that. You get to look in the back of that. So I do want to speak to one thing. With these watches, you have an NH35, so you have a watch that's going to have a smooth sweep, and it's going to last you anywhere from 40 to 41 hours if you just set it down, so you can have this thing going for a couple days. But if this is your first and only watch, you good to hook. You ain't got to worry about it. This one also comes with a helium escape valve. Again, I doubt that you go down that far. But if you did, if you one of those gung-ho people, you a G.I. Joe, and you want to get in the water, or you own a submarine, you don't have to spend a ton of money. This right here, and I saw another variation, which I didn't know. This comes with the was it NH57, NE57, I believe it was. So that has a power reserve on it. So it just gives more complication to the dial. And the loom is pretty good on this loom. I think it's using C3 on this one. You got the orange hand. But I know that I was listening to the guy talk on I can't remember what show I was watching. Once you get so far down diving, you start losing color. Like, I think blue was one of the first ones that started to look gray, from what he was saying, which is pretty interesting. I've never been down that far. If you ever go on a cruise, they do have some of those excursions where you can go and get on, like the Bahamas, you can get on a submarine, right, and go down and stuff like that. They got all type of adventures. They got the scuba tank thing, so you can go down deeper than, I want to say it's 50 feet. I want to say it's about 50 feet, but you can go swimming, going down. And I would say take this with you. If you buy this watch, take it with you. Now, you know what I would love to see on this watch? On the next rendition, I would love him to play with the Miota movements in here, in this particular one. But I don't want the gear style bezel. That's the only thing, because that bezel is actually pretty sharp. If you got gloves on, you're good to go. But your neck and hand, turning it, gripping. Now, I got rough fingers and stuff anyway. But if you got delicate hands, I promise you, yeah, that thing got some bite on it. That would be the only, like, critique that I have for this one. So, like it's been said before, there's no such thing as a perfect watch, but this watch definitely does it. It checks the boxes. But let's see. Let's go over here real quick, because I want to pull up. Okay, Aragon watch and videos. Let me know. Now, I want y'all to listen to this.
This is Wing Yang.
Can y'all tell me if y'all can hear this?
Has been a while. I haven't seen each other for a few months. And the reason why I'm here today is we are ready for our 2025 Thanksgiving mystery box. Okay, the collection will be the Aragon, Hercules, 12-hour GMT. Okay, so you can tell by the name of the collection, it is going to be the black ceramic case, black ceramic bracelet, and also a black ceramic bezel insert. Okay, we're gonna have two sizes. One is a 44 millimeter, and the other one is gonna be 50 millimeter. And there are three dial choices. So the first one will be piano black. The second one will be platinum MOP, and the last one will be titanium heat treated Damascus die. Okay.
Okay, so if y'all heard that right, he has a watch that's coming out. So let me give you an idea of just some of Wing's creations. Again, this is one right here. This is an old school one, right? This is Android from back in the day. But this is, like, he has his own style, right? So when you're looking at watches, you're looking at dive watches, there's so many watches that kind of start looking the same, like Squale. I think Squale is an amazing watch company. I own one, that 1521. I think it's one of the dopest watches out there as far as divers. And I think it's one of the more of the affordable ones that has a name brand that we know about and is prestigious. However, they do have a number of models that look like another watch, right? Because some divers all point back to the Submariner. His, absolutely not. And I'm going to show you one. This is called the Parma 2, actually. And I'm going to just throw this out here. If Wing watches this, if you see this, Wing, I like this watch. I would love for this watch to come back. And If it's possible, I'd love to see this in a 42 millimeter. Matter of fact, let's measure this thing out. This has tritium tubes in it, and it's powered by NH38. And I'm gonna tell you why I love the fact that he used the NH38, because the ghost movement may not bother some people, but I'm like, why not use the proper movement? That's how I feel. And this watch comes in at 43.4 millimeters. It's supposed to be a 44 millimeter watch, but this one measures at 43. And with the crystal you're looking at, it's flat crystal, it is 14.8. And the crown itself is 7.8. Lug to lug. Let's see the lug to lug on this 44, I'm gonna just say 44 millimeter piece. It's 50 millimeters exactly. Not bad. I like it. It fits comfortably. And it has that to no shape to it. And it's great to wear at night. I've worn this watch on my workouts before too. And this, I mean, it's a very robust watch. You see how the thing drapes, how it tapers straight down? I love that, right? So on this one, pop the clasp, press the button, you expose that mill style clasp. And keep in mind, I've been buying Aragon for quite some time, and on some of his models, the older models, you didn't have that blue rotor. And I always wanted the blue rotor because I felt like his blue rotors were in watches that was over $200. I believe that's like they were the more prestigious ones. And then Wing just made the decision some years back, I'm gonna put the blue rotor, and I love that Aragon blue rotor on every watch. And again, not to pick on Invicta, this is why I said when you talk at Aragon, that makes the difference. Because one, he pays attention to his customer and he makes watches for his customer. In the latest video he has that mystery box. He's talking about that mystery box. Ceramic, all ceramic. Watch, a ceramic timepiece, right? It has, is it Miyota 9075? Here's gonna be the kicker part. You have a 44 millimeter timepiece, right? Or I think it's a 50. So you have, for those that love the 50, the only caveat, you don't know what it's going to look like. It's by sight unseen. And I've purchased Wing's mystery box for a few years now. I have 3 mystery box pieces in my collection. And you don't know what it's going to look like. You just have to take a chance. And I've taken a chance, and I haven't. I dig every last one of them. I had an NH70, which I've never had that, a skeletonized dial. Watch was perfect for me. And then last year, I thought it was the craziest deal ever. In an all titanium timepiece. It was 45 millimeter timepiece with a Miyota 9015 for $175. What does that mean? What does that mean, y'all? What does that mean? A number of you guys in here, you guys have experience with high-end timepieces. You guys, if you put somebody else's name on a titanium piece or a ceramic piece, case in point, I saw a Panerai, pre-owned Panerai. It was ceramic. It was $4,800. And that one, it's a limited piece. I don't know if it was an ETA-based movement powering, but whatever the movement was, that watch, it's a Panerai, pre-owned, was just at $5,000. With Aragon, in companies like Aragon, because I'm going to get into another watch that has a Swiss movement in it that I think is crazy. They're giving you all of these elements that do not match. They're not in the same space as each other. So you're having titanium. You'll have gemstones at times, because Wing had a number of gemstones, and you're talking affordable pieces. And I'm just bringing these out because, again, this episode was, thank you, I appreciate that. Thank you for sending me wrist shots. People texting me wrist shots right now. Hit that like button, please. Aragon is what happens when Invicta learns crazy designs with restraint and believable prices. I saw actual narwhal whale. Wow. It's a running joke, not the watch. Aragon's customer service is great. Yes, and that's the other thing too. Just purchased 2 Henry Archer watches. I absolutely love them. What do you think? Henry Archer? I've handled Henry Archer. Another great timepiece. Henry Archer will hit you under. You're still paying under $600. I mean under $1,000. And in my humble opinion, I think the watch is worth it. I think the watch is definitely worth it, man. It's a beautiful piece. Got some of the best looking dials out there, man. That watch. And it wears well too. I had it on the wrist. I love Henry Archer watches. You said you saw an actual narwhal. Try breaking out the color. Sorry, colorways. I don't know what a colorway is. Oh, that green dial is nice. No, no. He has 2 sizes. One is a 44 millimeter. The other one is a 50. Walkman divers are fire. Okay. I'm just going through all of the chats. If you dropped off cruise ship, oh yeah, it'll still be working. I got you, bro. Fred Henry Archer meteorite dial is fire. Yeah, you ain't ever lying, boy. Is it called Jake? The Henry Archer with meteorite dial and gold-coated bezel is very sexy. Yes, it is. So, man, but going back to Aragon, what I did, y'all, for those that are here, if you want to know more about Aragon, if you want to know more about what else I have, I actually have a Pagani watch in the description. I don't have this Pagani watch, but you guys remember, I want to say it was 2 years ago, towards the end of 2023. I want to say it was Omega had released 2 monochrome like their dive watches, and what is it, Seamaster? They dropped 2 of them. One was like a silver monochrome, the other one's like a dark gray monochrome or black or whatever it was. I think it was darker, like a smoke gray. But Pagani, which of course they call it Pagani, the designs, for those that don't know, is really not design. It's like copy and paste. However, it's $100, right? It's a fraction of the cost of buying an actual Omega. And it's no disrespect to the Omega customers or whatever. It shouldn't be no skin off your nose if somebody buys a Homage or a copy, right? You don't have to call it a Homage. It's a copy. Say what it is. It has an NH35, but I like it for the colorway. And honestly, you know, like we're talking, and I'm just basing this off a conversation I've had with some people. Don't have the scratch right now. You know, some people are working pretty good and their hours got cut, or they're off their job altogether because of what's going on in the world, or at least here in the States. Yeah. No politics, but y'all know what's going on. And that's not going to stop you from wanting to buy. You definitely want to buy still. You want to go out and buy your shoes. You want to go on vacation. You want to put rims on your car. You want to put a sound system. I know people still doing that. Like, I think the big thing in the car club right now, or culture, is people wrapping their vehicles. You want to wrap and do it, and you can't because food is. I just went shopping last night. And I got some mild stuff, man. I remember, like, dude, I remember $50 used to go a lot further, man. So it doesn't have the spending power or long-lasting power as it used to. So for those that are collecting watches, you shouldn't be punished. You know what I'm saying? But until this thing blows over, you're still going to spend money. I'm telling you, I guarantee you're still going to spend money at the end of the day. I'm just giving you some options as to companies that you may not have heard of that you can go and spend money with. So, let's get into the chat. Oh, we got a super duper. Hold up, you see this? You see the shoulder shrug? That shoulder a little lighter, man. Hold up, get the shoulder shrug in that thing. Thank you for the super chats. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you, big time. The big boys are gonna come for your bracelet. You changed the game. Oh, Jason in here. Oh, what's happening? Greetings from Aruba. Up, guys. Hey, hold up. Let's time out. Pause for a second. I'm gonna put that. Hold on. Let me get back to that real quick. Let me put that on here. Now, what we're talking about, back to hot dogs and beans. Hey, if that's what it takes, because I'm telling you right now, I, for one, am going to do what's best for me and my family financially, man. But that's not going to stop me from liking watches, right? It is what it is. But we have a young man from Aruba that came out with a heavy-hitting timepiece that will put you in a chokehold. Yo, there's a number of watches that came out towards the end. Now, here's one of them. I'm going to tell you the other watch that just came. It was active. Pre-order was active today, which was South Baltimore, the Torch Driver. When I saw that watch, I said, oh my gosh, man, if money was not an option, that would be one of that watch. Just when I saw it, I fell in love with it. But I'm looking at, what's it called, the Quadris? Or is that the company name? Yo, this watch is sick. In the bracelet, I'm telling you, it's from a transformer, bro. I'm telling you, a Michael Bay's transformer, not your 1985. From a Michael Bay's transformer, bro. That thing is so elegant and it's functional. You got to see it for yourself, man. Yeah, you just, the bar was right here. You was like, forget that. Like, where's your bar at? Like, bro, I think I seen that sucker on a satellite somewhere, bro. Like, the bar has been raised. What do you do with that? That bracelet's sick. The watch is sexy. It just, let's move on. Let's get back into the, I want to show you one more watch while we're talking. Now, this watch company was founded in 2007, I believe. It's in New York. And it's deep blue. It is deep blue. This right here is what I'm calling an Ultra Magnus. This is my timepiece. And it is a dive watch and it has a helium escape valve. This watch is sizable. It is a chunk of metal, and let's see real quick how big this bad boy is. 45 millimeters, 45.1 millimeters. The crown on this thing is a sizable 7.9 millimeters. The thickness of this bad boy on the sapphire crystal is boxed too. 15.9, so it's a thick beast. What's the lug? Oh, hold up. 52 millimeter. What does that look like on the wrist? And for those that just fainted because you are a 37 millimeter type of guy or gal, you just passed out because you said, oh Lord have mercy. Yes. That's what I'm telling you. That's why I call it Ultra Magnus, because anybody knows Ultra Magnus, he's just an oversized, big, country-fed Optimus Prime. And that's what this right here is, the Heroes watch. Another Hero watch I have. Now you can get for under $500. One of my favorite watches. This is my watch of the year. I'm gonna call this my watch of the year. But this wasn't even on the radar for this whole affordable, but you can still get this for under $500. But yes, this watch isn't available, but I did leave the link to Deep Blue, and they have tritium tubes over there, and they have watches. They use NH36. Some of you guys that like that, the day of the week and the date on there, it's on there. They got them. You like tritium tubes in multiple colors? They got them. And you're not going to spend a whole lot, like $250 for watches. And every once in a while, you will catch an R150 in one of those watches, if you can catch it, for around $199 on a strap. And go over there, because here's the deal. And it's in the description, it's in the description. Deep Blue, I didn't know this. Like, they do, you can call them and get more information. They do customizations on their, I didn't know that. So like they do handle stuff with police forces and stuff like that. So if you're a part of like a Red Bar, or if you want to buy a bunch of watches for your squad, you guys have a logo, they will actually put it on the dial. They will put your logo on the dial, like, and all you guys order the watches that you need. They got you. I didn't know that until today. I just found this out. So, and they've been rocking since 2007. There's people that don't even know that this watch company exists. Deep Blue used to have Air Blue aviation pieces, and there's a couple collectors that I know that have them. You can still find some of the older pieces. They use 7750s. They have a 7753, and I know a couple of collectors that have those old ones. You'll have to go on eBay to try to find these watches, but is it worth it? they crafted like this watch right here. This is called, the actual name is a Juggernaut, and this has the American flag on the back. And this is an official dive watch as well. What's up, House of X? This island, oh man, fits like a dream, bro. Now I will say it's not bad, but this one does catch hairs. It does catch some of my arm hair. Yeah, not bad, but you know what I'm saying, it's enough every once in a while because I walk with this watch all the time. It's heavy to walk with, especially as many miles as I walk. You'll feel it, but then after a while, like, it just, I'm used to it. But yeah, this is, man, I dig this watch so much, man. This is my hero piece. And I got that bad boy right there. You can't get this for under $500. If you can, that's a crackhead move. No disrespect if you're a crackhead on it, or somebody that's addicted. That is a real thing. That's serious business. So let me get into the chat real quick. We at 41 minutes. He said, help me own one. I'm serious. Nerd Trap has saved me from buying an Air King, Tudor, Monochrome, Durham Blues, bought a Celeste. Hey man, Celeste, because like going forward, I do want to say this. I don't know what the condition of our nation is going to be financially. That's the most dangerous and frustrating thing about it, man. And not even on a political mess, man. Like, serious talk, bro, because hours are being cut, people are losing jobs, healthcare is crazy, it's out of control. And this stuff it does spill over into every channel that's on. Like, I don't care if you're talking sneakers, I don't care. Everybody is feeling the weight of what's going on, you know. And if you do some research, I know watch companies were like, oh my gosh, I'm talking about back in the 30s when we hit that recession, because they like, hey, America was buying everything. They were buying all the Swiss-made watches was it. Now, we had our stuff here. We had a couple American-made watches, but like the beauty, the sexiness of buying Swiss-made, you know what I'm saying? You had Patek Philippe, you had AP, you know what I'm saying? People were buying that, like the noble people. And now they didn't have no money to buy. And I'm like, these companies like, oh crap, some companies fell under. Shoot, y'all seen what happened? Go look at the story about the American brands. Some just went under, man, because they transferred all their efforts to help in the war, and they just died. It was over with. Purchased by Swiss companies, and here we are right now, money wise. And then we got tariffs. Tariffs is ripping a hole, man. Oh, Canada, bro, Canada, gosh. And I'm talking to people in Canada, man, like, dude, I think it is completely unfair to the entrepreneur, those that have built watches, and yes, make your money, get your bread, get your coins. I get that, you know what I'm saying? It's a business, but at the same time, think about how beautiful it is. Like, for example, I've never met Wing before, but I've chat with him before. He has a piece of his design in living rooms and places all around the world. That's the crazy thing. This dude, he created this brand in 1991 and has been doing it ever since. And if you go and check out one of his videos, you can tell he has the same energy, and when he's excited, you can tell he's excited about each episode when he's talking about it. You know what I'm saying? And I know if I had my own design of watch, I would love to like walk past or know somebody owns it. You know what I'm saying? I don't care how much money I made or how much money I didn't make. Just the fact that I drew it up, I purchased, I made the move, and off-the-shelf movements is beautiful, first and foremost. For those that say it's not, hey, you got to get it in-house. Okay, all right, guess what happens? If you were one that just bought a watch and it has an in-house movement and you lost your job and your watch breaks, good luck having the scratch. Like, you're going to eat before you get that watch fixed. You know what I'm saying? And then the prices of everything, repairs and keeping stuff, maintenance, you still got your car. And if you own a house, that house is going to come before that watch. All right, let's see. People speaking. I think I'm going to buy a few more Aragons in the near future. Aragon is it, man. That's why Invicta will do well. Their new watches are good looking, around $100 less now. They're now Swiss, but inexpensive. We all better be watching our dollars. Yeah, Mr. Roger. Mr. Rogers. Call him Mr. Rogers. I've been seeing that. Trap just got my third dive tank. These are very nice watches, man. These are really nice. And I will say, anybody that, even if you like, what's the brand? Crap, it's Square. Y'all know what I can't even think the name of it. It really don't matter. We're talking these right here. Affordable timepieces. And again, for those that just got here, the only thing I'm gonna tell you, like if you're sensitive fingers, you got to dig in to turn that bezel. But like, I don't know how many people turn their bezels anyway. I do use my bezels though. Like when I'm cooking, if I throw something on the grill, I do use my bezels, man. And then on a regular basis too, man, I get into that. Look, man, that is so satisfying, yo. The loom on this thing is actually pretty good. Like once you torch this thing, it lasts for a nice little minute. I like it. And I love on this one, you got a little piece of loom on that lollipop right there. I love you like a lollipop. Yeah, we're not gonna get into that song. Ain't 9 o'clock. It's kids watching probably. I don't know. Bell and Ross. Yeah, thank you. I couldn't think. The show must go on though. Celeste is 100% custom and affordable. Yes, it is. Hello, Chris. Yep, Bell and Ross. That's what I couldn't think of it. I think I'm going to buy. Okay, I read that. Thanks, House of X, for speaking and welcoming and all that stuff. Skylar, Trap can sell something. We got you. It's like a turtle. Oh, you got a turtle coming in? Okay. My Pagani, I did not bring the Pagani with me today. I did not. I left out the house without it. My apologies for that. Yes, my apologies. But for those that just got in, want to show you a blast from the past. I got an Android right here, and you see that's a micro rotor. Y'all see I still wear this thing, man. It got scars and everything on this thing, man. I wear my watches, and that's the big thing, man. I enjoy wearing my watches, but I do like to share information with you guys, because I know with all of the channels and stuff like that, I got a chance to listen in to a forum yesterday, or whatever they want to call it. They were having a meeting and they were discussing all of the watch channels, right? All of the different characteristics and stuff like that. And we're talking watch reviews, especially now. I looked at 3 channels that were talking about watch reviews, and one of the arguments, I got any coffee left? Oh. It's cold now. One of the arguments about watch reviews right now is a lot of recycled material. A lot of the same watches resurface. It was said that there's only so many times you could talk about a Tudor, so many times you could talk about an Omega, and the prices and things of that nature, and how subjective everything is, you know, how personal people take these things. And it was a lot. I was literally taking notes yesterday, and I do know that there are people that will never comment on some of these shows. They will never comment on this show or any of them for that matter, because they just want to get the information. So that's why I wanted to go through, you know, for those that are looking at these type of watches, right? How do they fit? How do they feel? What is the like what's the cost to maintain these watches? Well, this is an NH38 in this watch. The any NH35 or NH movement has gone up in price considerable since what, 2020? Shoot, I think the cheapest I seen, if you bought one movement, was like $23. Now, if you buying single movements now, I don't know, what is it, $40 or something? You guys that are making watches or modding, you guys, you know the prices. And for somebody like Wing, you're buying in bulk, so ain't no telling how much it is for him. But I will tell you this: if this isn't your speed, go down into the description that I have and click on there. He has several different styles. He got the DF, he has aviation pieces in there with the Miota, no, the NE88s, NE86. He got C chargers. He got so many different models, and I'm pretty sure that you'll find your speed. And he got the 40 millimeters all the way up to the 50 millimeters. So you can definitely find something over there. His loom is normally pretty good. I thought this one was pretty dope because it has the tritium tubes in it. Well, I guess I'll employ my my assistant is here. So each one of these are tritium tubes around this, and it shows up legibly. You know, the crazy thing is, like, if you've never experienced tritium tubes, let's say for instance the sun just fell out the sky right now and it's got dark. It would take your eyes a second, and this thing gets brighter as your eyes get adjusted to looking at the loom. And then you're like, okay, so you're like, I bet. But you'll be able to see the time. And the way, this is the only loomed part, like the C3 on there, that's the only thing, which I thought was pretty dope too, having a loom. Now, some people don't like loom on the crown. It doesn't bother me one bit. I just think that, you know, like, all right, you just put loom on the crown, cool, no problem. Another wearable piece, and one of my favorite pieces to wear. Simplistic but dynamic at the same time. Look at that, man. Look at the profile. Look at that thing. Panerai style, but it's not so much. It's not so much a Panerai to where this is a homage, flat out. This isn't a one-for-one copy. And the way they polish this thing, front and back, it is so comfortable. And if you want to take the bracelet off and put on a strap, I imagine that'll work too. But I'm not. And I like, man, I'll let you see the road. It's something pretty decent to look at. Pretty cool. Breaks up the monotony, man. And yeah, it's a joy to have. Loom is pretty fair. And I mean pretty fair. I'd imagine, like, there's no other watch, in my opinion, if you're going to spend under $500, I think Seiko is one of those that are leading the charge with loom. But if we're talking micro brands, Skylar just showed that, man, bro, that Norwal, yeah, that sucker, their loom is, man, second hour loom is nuts. Phoebus loom is, I think Phoebus probably, as far as a micro brand, and somebody tell me if I'm wrong, I think Phoebus has the best loom. Hold up. Next to Swiss Watch Company. And Swiss Watch Company just dropped something. I just got an email from them yesterday. They just dropped something. It was, I think it's skeletonized. But their regular, like that dive watch I have, that loom is crazy. 20 layers of it. Woody. Off the seagulls. I was looking at the whole show, bro. You did me there. Oh, hold on, wait. My 20-year-old Invicta Cordoba looked exactly like a Bella Ross. Thelonious Monk is in the building. Yo, what's happening? Big Papa? What's up, Big Papa? I have a few weeks to come back to you singing Lollipop. Oh, man, Thelonious in the building, man. It's good to see you, man. Gosh, it is good to see you in the chat, bro. Thanks for being here. Most stores on AliExpress has an NH at 50 to 60. Sheesh, gosh, bro. In 2020, it was $23, bro. Dang. Yo, so there you go. There you have it right there. Wise loom is hard to beat, in my opinion. And I haven't experienced their loom in person. I like their watches, man. I think their watches are super dope. But you know, it's one of those things, man. The way I'm gonna just say the world. I understand United States or the states. I don't like calling United. The states are going. We're going through what we're going through, but once we come out of that, man, you know, like what companies are going to be standing tall? You know, I think like Bob said earlier, a company that I know won't be going anywhere is Invicta. Love or hate or hate to hate them, but Invicta won't go anywhere. They won't, just because what they're putting out. Inexpensive pieces, they are polarizing. And here's a crazy thing. Aragon has been said to be polarizing too, but like they can be, but no. A lot of their stuff is subdued, but like he has his own look. And if you own an Aragon, you are very intentional on the way you want to, like, your wrist to be represented, flat out. There's no you're either gonna love this or you're not gonna pick it up at all. I just don't see it no other kind of way, man. And you can't compare this to an Invicta. This is an Aragon, and Aragon is Aragon. Invicta is what it is. And for those that keep comparing Rolex Submariner to a Speedmaster, I'm like, why? They're two different watches, two different crowds, bro. Like, I mean, I hardly ever see somebody compare I don't think I've ever seen anybody compare a Rolex to a CQ. You know what I'm saying? They're around the same price. But which one would you get if you had that kind of money? I don't know. I'm gonna leave that one alone. Yeah, Wise and Phoebus are very close with their application alone. Trap was supposed to meet me at PA Jewelers so I could buy him. Oh man, hey, you know what's crazy, bro? I went for a walk this morning and I had to meditate, bro. I was having a hard day, y'all. Oh man, my morning wasn't pleasant. Wasn't pleasant, man. Life, bro, life. So I spent the top of my morning, man, just meditating and stuff like that, going through my breathing exercises, man, and yeah, bro. I just came to life in the past few hours. Oh, speaking of which, let me see what time. Yeah, we about to wrap this thing up. Let me unpin this real quick. So let me ask you guys in the chat, man, for you guys that you've been purchasing or you've been looking to buy watches or you're on hold right now, what would you recommend for people that are looking right now? What would you recommend for somebody to buy that's under the $500 mark? If you could think off the top of your head, or if you got your phone open right now, what would you recommend for people to buy? Let's be fair. Let's go $1,000 and under. I want to do 1,000. I know the show was under $500, but I think you can get so much watch for the under that price, under $1,000. I think there's a lot of options out there under $1,000. I just do. Now we'll actually go into watches I think that are considerably amazing at under the $3,000 mark, under the $4,000 mark, even up to the $5,000. And I'm gonna tell you one watch that I like. When I picked it up and looked at it, what is it? I know people off of it because they're looking at the logo, but I like the Bel Canto, man. I looked at that, I put it on the wrist, and I was like, yo, this watch is super dope. That's super dope, man. It's expensive. It's more than what I want to spend on a watch, man. But if that was a possibility, that like I would get. You know what? I'll take that back. I would get that Moon Phase Christopher Ward before I get the Bel Canto. I like that one. I think that was like around that $2,000 to $2,500 mark. I think somewhere in between that. I know you Christopher Ward heads know better than me as far as the price, but I think that Christopher Ward is one of those brands that it is hype, but I do like I like a lot of their models. I love Christopher Ward models. I think it's amazing watches. But the same way people get hype over the luxury brands, like, because the three that's talked about, I think what would you guys say? Rolex is talked about the most, Omega, and what would be the next one? Would you say Cartier? Even though Cartier is selling more than Omega, I think on YouTube like Cartier's talk more about. Maybe that's because that new one just came out. I don't know, man. I'm gonna take that back because I think, shoot, I think in the past week or so I've heard more about 4C and MB&F than Cartier. So I don't know. I'm wearing the Aragon Concept today. Nothing like it anyway. That's true. Sheffield. Okay, Sheffield is one. Okay, I've seen that on your channel. I've never had one. I never had the opportunity to see one in person, but yeah, I've seen it on your channel. Watch dives. The Orient Bambino. Orient, bro. Don't sleep on Orient, bro. Like that's on my radar, man. I want that. Was that the Mako Sport? I like that watch. I like there's. I don't know what colorway I'm gonna get when I do get one. Islander, yup. Obviously, yup. Oh, here he go with Brew. Brewmaster. Henry Archer. BLP. Skylar's the limit. Watch dials have some nice dials. Quick release bracelets for about 150 USD. Can I say this? And I can say this. Anything from the AliExpress right now, I want to address one thing as I say this. The dial colorways are amazing, right? They got sand looking dials, they got the wavy patterns, they got something for everybody in there, and they're ranging from like 50 bucks up to what, $600. Even James, like watching James show some pieces that around the $400 mark that are amazing. But I think Addy's Dive, I was looking at a report, Addy's Dive is selling so many watches right now. People are gravitating. When I see Addy's Dive out in the wild, one of my buddies got one. And he's not even a watch guy. I said, who told you about this? Who told you? I said, and I know, and see, I could talk crap about him because I know he's not watching right now. I know this. And you know who I'm talking about. So I ain't worried about it. But he has an Addy's Dive. And that just blew my mind. I was like, bro, how did you find out about it? He said, yeah, man, I went to this website. It's called AliExpress. I said, and you bought from AliExpress? He said, yeah, it took a couple weeks and I got it, man. So I was like, wow. That's when you know that this, I mean, dude, this is past just an enthusiast brand. This is a consumer-based brand. And, bro, they are killing it. They're killing it. Loco over the bell for me. Let's see. Timex Snoopy. Invicta. Breitling is advertised hard my way. Breitling? Okay. G-Shock, Rolex, long jeans. Okay. I can see that. Yeah. Yeah. Ooh. And I got a G-Shock coming to the channel. I got a G-Shock and I got somebody special that fixed me up with a G-Shock. It won't be here for a couple of weeks, but it's coming. I can't wait to get it. I want to see it. I just want to put it on the wrist. Ooh. I'm excited about, oh man, I'm excited about this G-Shock, bro. Oh, I'm excited about it. This thing, oh man. I'm calling it the Night Rider already. I'm calling it the Night Rider. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Man, G-Shocks, man, get me excited, man, because, dude, this is November. This is the time on the 18th. Was it the 18th? It was the 18th of 1999 is when I joined the Army. So November is always a special month for me. Plus, on the, what is it, Veterans Day. Hey, Hannibal, bro, Veterans Day, I know, listen, bro, coming to get you. We going out to eat. That's it, bro. I ain't going to work or none of that. I'm like, hey, and if my boss is watching, don't you think about putting me on the schedule. Don't you even, man, bro, I'm calling off right now, bro. I'm telling you, don't think about it. I don't care. You're just going to be mad. Veterans Day, bro, I do it every year. I'm not playing with you, man. I go out. I talk to some of my guys, man. We just have conversation, and I love sitting up there with other veterans and listening to their stories. Love it. Breitling is going pretty hard. Tag is too. Okay. Yo, what's going on? DK is in the building. Rob, I'm now going Actitron Space View over Christopher Ward. Oh, really? Some reason Movado. Okay, all right. So this, I'm glad you brought that up. Movado, because they got Ludacris. Ludacris is advertising Movado, and Movado just came out with this, the Movado Square. I just saw it yesterday, the Movado Square, dude. I was like, yo, that's crazy. It's a ladies watch, but I think it's like 34 millimeter. I think men can play it off too. Movado is, are they making a comeback? Because it's Ludacris, bro. You know how many people Ludacris, how many fans Ludacris have? And just like Henry Cavill, I don't know, I'm sure Henry Cavill has helped Longines sell watches, but I'm not gonna buy Longines because Henry Cavill's on there. I just not. And I'm sure I'm not going. I got 2 Movados at the crib. I lost one of them. It's his and hers. So his is lost. I don't know where it is. I don't even know if it made it back from Iraq, because that's when I bought it in Kuwait. It was a anniversary gift. Just bought 2 Movados. Whatever. But yeah, they got the Movado Square now. Would you guys buy a Movado? Why does Rado get no love? Rado should be getting love. Timex has definitely stepped up the game. Yes, they have. Jay Jones convinced me to get that new Aragon Concept S. Yeah. Yep, I see Cartier on billboards my way. So my way, here, it's 2. Breitling and Tudor. Breitling and Tudor. Wait a minute. So who was it? Jacob & Co. has a billboard too in Indiana, which I thought was so crazy. Like, you would never think that, like, that of all places, like Indiana would have Jacob & Co. fans. Just, yeah, that one blew my mind. What up, what up, what up? Welcome in, welcome in. Are we talking under 500 USD? Yes, we are. I don't know how we got, hey, you know what? Squirrel moment. We just got kind of sidetracked and start talking about some expensive stuff. I'll take a laxative on Monday. Hublot, Tudor, and Rolex gets a lot of love during Wimbledon. Yeah, they do. South Asia loves Rado, but doesn't give. Yeah, I heard that. I heard that. So best square is Nomos. I don't think Nomos get a lot of love too. I won't be able to watch the G-Shock episode. My finger has been twitching to purchase something. Hey, bro, I promise, man. Look, when it comes to G-Shocks, bro, like, we're talking about the perfect watch, well under. I'm talking about well under the $500 mark. I mean, so far under. Like, you could just have a field day with G-Shock, bro. Even if you got that Casio, the Skylar Special. You know what? I'm gonna say this. Skylar has posted and talked about that watch so much to where I think Casio should make him an official sponsor for the brand. And I was making fun of you, bro, and teasing, but like, honestly, the way you talk about that watch, man, putting new straps on it and stuff and parading that thing around, you dress it like it's how somebody would dress their puppy and just walking through the park and be proud of their puppy with a little sweater vest on, their little boys and men sweater vest. You put like 35 different straps, man. It's like it's ice cream or something, bro. Like, you serious about that Casio, bro. You're serious. Casio's first automatic, Skylar got the first one off the presses. So, Casio, I'm gonna need you to make a Skylar Special, or make him the sponsor for that. Y'all need to have a professional to come in and do. Matter of fact, he can do it himself, because I'm seeing his videos, his review videos. It's professional, all right? And his wife, right? They're a team. So there you go. Casio, get on it, man. So the next time he shows that, he should be like on billboards. That's all I'm saying. Somebody tag Casio and tell him what I said. Carmel, Indiana has more millionaires than most cities. Yeah, it is. And I'm literally right around the corner from that new watch spot. I just walked past the new watch spot they putting up. I'm going to try to be one of the first people through the door when they open up. But if not, I will be one of the people that go in there. of the big brand, Citizen, the one, tempted me. Ooh, yeah. Available, watch available for around $400. Yeah. Citizen has, man, I was on Joma Shop, bro. For those that like what is it? Dive watches? Yo, that ProMaster, I think it's under $200, man. That left hand crown, I think that just me personally. That's me personally, bro. Cause y'all know I'm a dive watch. I love dive watches. I don't need another one. I have plenty. I'm not looking to get any more, but I would love to get that Torch diver from the GMT from South Baltimore. So Alan, you know what I'm saying? I would love, Alan, if you see this, man, I would love to get a sample, just to, just to sample, just to check it out, you know what I'm saying? Do a little review on it, you feel me, and send it back to you. But I just want to put it on and just look at it, you know what I'm saying? Breathe on it a little bit. That's just, only buy automatics now on mechanical watches. No more battery watches. I'm done with them. Hey, when you get to changing batteries, heck yeah. Hey, is Jay Jones still in here? Jay Jones, man, I'm about to put you on blast right now, bro. Jay Jones, you got about 795 Invicta, 255 Aragon, and 450 miscellaneous watches. 80% of your watches are quartz. And you've been a collector for years. And I'm sure that you have 50% of your watches are dead right now. How are you going to address this issue? Your battery changes. And I hope you know how to do them yourself. If you don't, you're going to have to take out a small loan to pay for that. That's like putting a kid through college, the amount of battery work you got. Oh my gosh, bro. Oh my gosh, bro. Ooh. I would hate to be in your house, man, bro. I think if you gather every Invicta collector from the East Coast to the West Coast, bro, and all of us just rented out a pavilion, we still wouldn't be able to knock out your battery changes, man, in a weekend. That's how many watches. Oh, bro. Only buy, okay. You want under 500, get a boat area. Is it boat area or battery? I don't know. That brand is killing it. Yeah, boat area is fire. Yeah, I saw. Let me pin that. I saw that on the cruise, last cruise I was on. So your first automatic watch was an Invicta Popeye. I have one. I got a 47mm Popeye, stainless steel, all silver, with Popeye, of course, being the color that he is. But yeah, I still got mine. I still wear it. Changing a bunch of batteries costs as much as the watch, boy. The Invicta Pro Diver is still the king. If you're talking under 500, Circuit, and what's that one? Hold on, man, I can't even pronounce that. The Z something, 1887, and I got my Bremont Super Marine Diver. How much was that Bremont? I go through them all the time. I change my. Oh, you change your own batteries? Okay, bruh. Whew. Bruh, you got cases that you ain't opened up yet, man. I bet you got watches you ain't seen in 4 years. I promise you got some watches you ain't seen in 4 years, bro. I bet you got like 4 cases right now that got duplicates in them. You just be, bro, you be going on the buying streak, bro. Like, you be just crazy. You be spamming the buy button, bro. You crazy, bro. You crazy. Battery changes cost me $10 at the mall. In the last 8 years, I'm okay with that. Pulling crowns help me. You ain't lying, brother. You ain't lying about that. All right. Okay, so we gonna land. We gonna get out of here. We gonna get up out of here, man. I gotta walk back. Yeah. It's time because it's about to get dark here in a second. And I'm on the trail. Believe it or not, I don't have any duplicates. Okay. Yeah, but you still buy a lot. So I'm not letting you go. This is the JJ hour. I'm going to talk about you like a dog. And I know you're going to call me after this. I already know you're going to call me and talk crazy. But that's all right. I get you right now while I drink. Man, this was a hot drink. It's cold now, but I ain't about to waste my money. It's still good, though. It got skim milk in it. Not skim, but almond milk. Beautiful. All right. I'm done. I'm out. I just had 19 watches that needed new batteries. Sheesh. That's about how many I had. I just did a bunch of battery changes, man. And yeah. But you know what though? Knowing that I can do it myself, and when that thing come back to life, I'm just looking at it like, yeah, throw that sucker on, of course, set it, throw it on my wrist. I'll be like, woo, walk around the house, maybe go for a walk with that new piece on. And I very seldom do I like walking without having an automatic watch on, because I feel that, this may sound crazy, but I feel that every time I walk with an automatic watch, I feel like the watch is experiencing the workout with me. You know what I'm saying? So this, of course, this has been a part of my walking journey. This has been a part of my walking journey, which I weighed myself this morning. I'm still 194. I was 194 yesterday. I was 194.2. I was 194 even this morning. So, yeah. And I'm cool. I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? I'm cool with it. Feeling good. Man, I feel great. I ain't gonna lie to you. I feel amazing. I don't have to take certain pills no more. I can't wait to go back to my doctor. I'm telling you, I can't wait. I got an appointment coming up, and I'm just gonna sit there. And I feel like it's a flex at this point. When I go in there and the doctor read my numbers off, he'll be like, what did you do? Yes, right. That's right. I don't have to take these pills no more. Yeah, let's go. Allergy pills is something different, because I got allergies like crazy. So that's why I like my hand. Somebody had talked about my hands. Like, it's part of my allergies. Sorry. And I'm going to tell you like this. If you don't like my hands, if they rusty and stuff like that, sorry. Pay attention to the watch, man. Quit flirting with my fingers. Yeah. I have Invicta watches I haven't worn since 2013. At least 12 the brand new watches. I don't know where I got them in the case, like a collection. Hey, I feel that, bro. I have a couple of Magnums I haven't worn in forever. I'm talking about like 3 years. I literally just sold my Grand Octane, and I was gonna hold on to that watch forever, but there's no way that I put it on. It was just running around the house. It's too much for me, and I said nope. And my buddy liked it, so he bought it from me, which he's not watching right now. And if he is, yeah, I know he ain't watching, so I can talk crap about you, my Indiana native. Oh man, all right. So I'm out, y'all. I appreciate you guys for watching, man. We'll come back at a later date, man. When I do come back, I'm gonna see what's new with Jake. We're gonna go out to Kokomo. That video will be uploaded maybe next week, the one I had the conversation with Kokomo. And I want you guys to just pay attention to that one. It'll probably come out on Veterans Day. Because I want to sit, it's going to be a premiere, so I want to sit and watch and just talk with you guys in there. It's going to probably be like 20-25 minutes long. Yeah, I'm taking this like super serious, like with what we are in watch collecting. Not to be on some like real serious, but I think sometimes we overlook what we have, the community that we built. And I just want to give kudos to all of the people that are doing like horology-based channels, dropping knowledge and doing things that the average person don't do, right? Some people want to get on YouTube but haven't for whatever reason. They just choose not to. They don't feel confident enough. I don't know, but I do. Even the people that's controversial, let me just say this, because I was mentioning earlier, if you missed it, I sat through a forum and they were breaking down all of the different types, the different attitude types, the different, the luxury channels versus the live streamers and everybody. So everybody plays a part on here, and I don't have to agree with every watch connoisseur, horologist. I don't have to agree with you, but I do acknowledge your presence on here, and you guys do play a major part. Even if we don't agree and we get to talk, I criticize and people critical of me. That's fine. That's just the way it works. So I'm going to get into that. We'll talk about this at a later time. All right. So let me get these last comments. Have a great day. All right. There were no comments. You guys are just saying, hey, bye, peace, and all that stuff. So thank you guys for watching. Really do appreciate it, man. We was on for an hour and 20 minutes. We covered some watches. If you just got here just now, you got to go back and look at what watches I shown, man. You know what I'm saying? Next time, get here on time. No, I'm just kidding. All right, man. So until the next Lightning Strike, ladies and gentlemen, y'all be blessed. Appreciate y'all, man. This is dope in real life.